Hey, this is Tony Cook, and in the news today, how about a little 060 steam locomotive? I've had several emails on this that I think it snuck out. Somebody that has an exclusive, I think TrainWorld may have put that up, and I had more people saying, "Did you see this? Did you see this?" I said, "Yeah, I know that's coming, but I don't think that cat's not supposed to be out of the bag yet." But it did, and there's a lot of excitement on this one. Curtis Koch from Broadway Limited, their director of marketing and social media, is with me today to talk about. Boy, this is a perfect layout. Steam
It
locomotive,
is.
isn't it?
It's
Yeah.
such a great little addition to your layout. We get asked all the time, are we going to do smaller steam? People want to see smaller steam, and this is our kind of introduction to that. And the possibilities are endless if these perform to be really good sellers. Um, Other road specific small steam switchers could be in the future for us. And so these are going to be great, great locomotives. Little nicknames for these were called shifters, which I thought was
Mhm.
interesting in doing the research. But the one thing that we're really excited about is that we think these locomotives are going to be awesome, not only just because of the details, but we know that they're going to be really accurate because we collaborated with the Pennsylvania Railroad Technical and
Hmm.
Historical Society on the designs and on getting input as to which model types people are going to want. And people are going to say to me, well, Curtis, you're not offering the 1670 at Strasbourg. And that is true. We aren't. But the reason for that is because the details on that one don't match with the most common ones that were found on the Pennsy system. So we might eventually make it in a future run. But for now, these ones are going to be the ones that we're going with. And we've got several unique different Pennsy ones. We got an unlettered one, and then we got two exclusives we'll talk about too. But we're really excited for these locomotives. These are going to be great additions to Pennsy modelers layout. Or if you just need a little switcher for your
Mhm.
shelf layout too, mix up the power. Maybe you're using an SW 1500 of ours or something in the past, and you want to mix it up. These are going to be great additions to your railroad.
And I hadn't really thought about, you guys do such great monster steam. I mean, and even down to, like, Pacifics and other things that, again, when I first started getting emails, I'm like, "Why is everybody so, what's the big deal?" It's like, yeah, I guess Broadway's really not gone to, like, this little shifter is really something kinda different, and I'm eager to see because your steam is always so good, and a little switching one like this would be awesome. I assume that this will come Paragon 4 with DCC sound. What all features will we have on that?
Yeah, so Paragon Force, DCC and stealth options. So you'll have the two options. The stealth ones, of course, do come with the speakers included. So if you wanted to add your preferred aftermarket decoder, you can do that. But the Paragon 4 sound ones will have smoke. They'll have all the accurate sounds to the Pennsy prototype. Again, we've been collaborating with the Pennsy Technical and Historical Society, so they're giving us input on what sounds right, what is accurate, which maybe we need to tweak a little bit of something of the design too. So we've been working really hard with them on these, and they've given us great insight to these as well. So we're really excited for those. But yeah, these will come. Paragon 4 sound. We got the pre-war appearance. We got the post-war appearance, and then we've also got the Futura scheme too, which is kind of the more spaced out lettering on the side there.
Hmm.
Then we got two exclusives. We got the Long Island Railroad exclusive. That's going to be a Train World exclusive. And then we've also got the Pennsylvania Reading and Seashore lines, which is the Hobbytyme exclusive. So if you want to purchase your order for that one, you have to contact your dealer and make sure that they order through Hobbytyme, and that's how you'd be able to get yours a part of it. But they were very common on the Pennsy, Tony. There were
Hmm.
238 of these built
Oh, wow.
for the Pennsy. So they had a lot of these. So they were very common. They provided over 36,000 pounds of tractive effort. They were built between the 1916 and 1920, and they've got all of these all over the system: branch line duty, passenger yard, freight yard, and they were applied with a power reverser. So the crews that operated them, they could have more frequent switching moves because of that. So they were really really nice. But of course, they'll have the puffing smoke. They will have the drive mechanism be there, the 5 pole motor, of course, the authentic paint schemes and everything. Installed factory and fireman figures in the cabs. Many separately applied details like the marker, the grab irons, the marker lights, the bunker types, all that sort of stuff will be there. So we're really excited about these, and we think these are going to be great additions to a Pennsy modeler, working either in a coal yard, working in a Pennsylvania passenger yard, working in a freight yard, or maybe you have a Long Island Railroad that you want to add to it. These are going to be great additions. And again, we think these are going to sell really quick. So if you see one that you want, get in a pre-order today, and that way you'll be able to guarantee that you get the one you want. Because we have been asked many times about making a small scale steam, and now that we've started making them, I think people are going to want them really quick. So make sure you get your orders in before we sell out.
How awesome. I assume LED lighting, and I'm guessing obviously the headlight and the backup light on the tender
Yep.
will be functional.
Yep.
And do you know on the little the marker lights, like the class lights, do we know if they will be illuminated as well?
Yeah, we're
Oh,
still working out some of the finer details. We've done in the past, they used to be jewels,
yeah.
but we've been trying to incorporate more lighting features because we know our modelers love the extra lighting features. So we're working on that. I believe the rear one's going to be operable. I think the front one is going to be a jewel, but don't quote me on that. We're still working on some of the details on that just to make sure that we can fit it into it. Because especially since you've talked about before, we've been making such big steamers, we've been able
Yeah.
to incorporate that. The size of this is going to be much smaller than anything we've done in the Steamverse. So we want to make sure that we can have enough space to put everything in there. So that's going to be one of the challenges that we're going to be facing. But we're really excited to take these on, and we're really excited to see what modelers' reactions are when they get theirs in. The other thing too is that this is going to be able to run on 18-inch radius curves. So even if you have a smaller layout at home or don't have enough space to have more bigger turns that fit some of our larger steam engines, this is going to be the perfect one for you to add some steam onto your railroad because it can navigate those tighter turns.
Really nice. So Paragon 4 will have DCC sound, smoke, LED lighting. There'll be a stealth version too. What's the MSRPs on both versions?
So the MSRP on the Paragon 4 version is $499.99. But again, you can go to your dealer and usually order for about 20% off of that. And then the MSRP on the Stealth version is $399.99. And again, you can find those at your dealer in a more affordable price range for you there. But usually the difference is about $100 for our steam engines. So we're really excited for those to come in. We think that people are going to really enjoy them, and they're going to be great additions to people's layouts.
Really awesome. The Long Island again is available from TrainWorld in New York, so trainworld.com. This one I had a couple people asking on because they didn't quite get it. Well, how do I get to that? It's like, well, no, that's they're a distributor. So
Correct.
explain that one again. Someone interested in this, how do you figure this out? Because I already fielded a couple of emails of, well, I went to their website, but I don't see that you can order. It's like, no, your hobby dealer needs to be,
Correct.
yeah,
Yeah. So if you go to your local hobby shop, and if they order through Hobbytime, you can ask the shop clerk there if they order through Hobbytime. If they do, then you'd be able to place an order. They can be able to place an order for one of these through them because it's a
okay,
Hobbytime exclusive. Like as you said, Tony, it's a distributor.
yeah,
So as long as you in your hobby shop orders through Hobbytime, they can place an order for one of
that's
these.
sweet.
So if they don't, you might miss out, but you can always go searching through. Our website has a big list of dealers.
Oh,
Just go
okay.
to the find the dealer tab on our website, and you'll find online retailers, and you'll also find if you want to search where your area is on our map, you'll be able to find out which ones on our map you can order from, and find one that's near you that might be able to take your order for those in.
How awesome. Very cool. Little Pennsy shifters coming 060 and tender. Deadline for reservations on this, Curtis, is
Early June again.
okay.
So we are hoping for a June 6th order deadline to come in. So make sure you get your orders in before it's too late. And again, because these are going to be, we think, very big sellers because Pennsy has always been a big seller for us. So if you're looking for some small scale steam, be sure to get your order in before we run out.
And be watching Broadway Limited's Facebook page. Curtis is great about posting early pictures on these. So I'm sure as this continues to develop and the early pilot samples come through, we'll get previews of them there. So check out Broadway Limited on Facebook as well. Curtis Koch, thank you so much for your time today. What an interesting and neat area for Broadway to be jumping into. I'm eager to see this steam locomotive. Thanks for sharing it with us today.
Yeah. Thanks, Tony. Thanks for having me. And we'll see you again real soon.